What is up, guys? Silver Warrior here, and today I wanted to discuss how it has become so evident to me that JP Morgan is struggling to keep the silver prices down. The bank has just basically controlled these prices for silver for so long now, and I really do wonder if JP Morgan is working alongside the government of the United States because here's the thing. The government doesn't want silver prices to go up, in my opinion, because they want people to see the true value of it, because that shows how poorly the dollar is doing. When you can compare the dollar against a commodity, you can see how it's truly doing. And if they allow silver to reach its true value, then we'll see the true, value of the dollar and how much worse it is than what the government claims it is. You know what I mean? It would take many different things to go together, to understand the true value of what the dollar really is. You can't just use one source, but knowing the actual price of where silver and gold should be would definitely help out a lot. Because, like I said, you can measure it against a commodity, but except when they manipulate the prices and hold them down. And I'm not one of those people that thinks the price should be like $900 an ounce or something like that. I just don't. I just think it's a little illogical and it's a little extreme. I do believe though that the prices should be higher than what they're at because of the fact that they were about to boom. I mean, you could tell. Silver price, they were swelling up, they were shooting up real fast, and they basically put a price cap on silver. They basically said, we're not going to let it go above $20 an ounce anymore. And that's what they're doing. They're keeping it just below 20 an ounce. It might hit 20 for a few seconds, and then it'll get brought back down because they're working extra hard to keep these prices, low by flooding the market. And, manipulating the market is illegal, technically. I mean, it depends on the way you go about it. The way that JP Morgan goes about it is legally, but a long time ago, people were getting arrested for manipulating the market. This is something that happened before because it was a little bit differently. They went about it differently. But JP Morgan kind of found a loophole in the system and is able to manipulate the prices in a legal way. And like I said, for all I know, the government is, basically happy that they're doing this. I mean, they might not obviously represent their affiliation with them, but let's see here. The U.S. dollar does poorly. That hurts the country, right? Obviously. But it also hurts the bank because if the dollar is doing poorly, then the bank relies on people putting their dollars into it, and not putting their dollars into the stock market or silver or gold or any commodity. They rely on people, trusting the bank with their money. And if people don't trust the money, then why would they, even need the bank, right? If people think, yeah, this dollar thing, it's a sham, obviously we shouldn't be, holding onto a dollar that has no real value. And so why are we going to be saving them in the bank? Well, then the bank does poorly because, especially if people are deciding to hoard the cash, in their pockets to buy stuff, like whatever it is. I mean, if people basically, it doesn't matter. As long as people aren't putting money in the bank, they have a problem. So if the dollar looks like it's doing better, or it looks like silver is doing bad, and people have no reason to invest in it, or people are getting out of it, having a lot of cash to put in the bank, well, that helps the bank. Because then they have a lot more money to give out loans with, which they, charge their massive interest rates on, and they have a lot more money to have in the bank. Of course, the money that you put in the bank, if you took out money, you're not going to get the same dollar bills back. You know what I mean? That's why you get paid interest, because you're getting paid based on the fact that you're letting them use your money to give out to other people as loans. And so therefore, they technically might not even have all of your money on hand at, a given point. If everybody who put money into a bank went right now to get all their money out, every single person wanted to empty their accounts for cash, chances are the bank wouldn't have enough money to do it. Chances are the bank would have some major problems if people tried to do that. So, that's why they rely on people trusting the dollar, because they rely on dollars being in the bank, obviously. So the government and the banks, they basically have a common cause. They both want the dollar to look good, and they both want the other commodities to look poorly. Well, shouldn't they just unite then? I mean, wouldn't that seem like a good thing for them to do? Now, I don't try to be a conspiracy theorist here, but I mean, connect the dots, it really does seem like a plausible thing that the government would be, working with JP Morgan to give them as much power as they have to really control the market like they do. So, they might basically be telling them, we're not going to make it obvious that we're helping you guys out, but we will help you. We'll help you out with controlling the prices. Now, like I said, I don't know. I'm definitely not, in the upper area of the government or anything like that. I'm not even involved in it. So, obviously, I don't truly know what's going on. It's just a little bit of a, I guess, I guess it is a conspiracy theory. I mean, I don't like to use that term, but I guess really that's what it boils down to, is that's what it is. But either way, it is obvious that somebody's manipulating the price to benefit themselves and hurt, everyone else who does invest in silver, because the prices are below $20 an ounce, and they shouldn't be. It's they were bubbling up to 20. It bubbled up to like 21 something an ounce, and then before the prices started to get held down, and it's like I said, they're pouring a lot of money into this to be able to do it. It's costing them, whoever's doing this, it's costing them a lot to keep the price down. But they clearly think it's worth it. JP Morgan, the government, everything, the world, clearly thinks it's worth it to keep the prices down, because there's something about it that is going to help them so significantly that it's worth spending millions and millions and millions and hundreds of millions even dollars on, because they're fighting extremely hard to keep these prices down. The prices are keep on trying to go up because everybody's buying up silver, but they're selling it off faster than people can buy. And of course, that's not the only way they do it. It's not just through physical silver. There's a lot of methods that they can use to, bring down the silver price and really control it. But what it comes down to is the fact that they have a lot more money than most people do, and they are able to then basically use that to dictate what the silver price is, or at least have a big role in what it is by, keeping it down. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video talking about that because I noticed that silver prices were starting to bubble and then they're getting held down. And maybe Brexit was just not enough of an economic turmoil to push it up, or maybe we still have to wait. But the prices have bubbled before, and they certainly can again. Once it gets too harsh, there's nothing that the manipulators can do to keep down the price anymore. They'll run out of money before they could keep down the price below $20 an ounce. But right now, it's staying down there. So, I do hope you enjoyed the video, though. And thanks for over 1,000 views on my silver price are skyrocketing video. Really appreciate that. It's only about 4.5 days old now, and it already has over 1,000 views. So it's my second fastest video ever reach 1,000 views, and my most viewed video with 0 dislikes. It has like 26 likes or 23, something like that, and 0 dislikes. I also want to give a shout out to a website I recently joined, goldsilvercouncil.com. They're a very new website. It's not like it's not like some kind of sponsorship thing. I'm literally just mentioning them because I actually am on there as Silver Warrior, and if you go on the website, you'll see a lot of the posts are from me. I do post on there, and they also share my videos on there, which I really appreciate. So, go check that out. It's just a small community of silver and gold stackers to talk to each other. You can post your own topics as long as you join the group. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Peace, love, much respect.